remember years ago, the first time you stood me up. We had been dating for months and official for quite a while. I thought to myself, this isn't like him. But really, it was the exact epitome of who you were and who you are today. I didn't realize it back then, but all the bad things, all the dates I stood up on, all the money and time spent was actually quite impactful on me and my future decisions. Even though you were everything I didn't need, I needed the experience and needed to learn that for myself. I remember when we first met, I jumped in way too fast. I thought just because you treated me well at first and your family loved me, that I could love you too. We were both really young back then. I mean, heck, we still are. Looking back, I was a lot more naive than I want to acknowledge. You were the first guy who I really fell hard for, and when I think about it, I actually fell for the idea of you. You know, you were handsome, tall, sweet, you were responsible, set in your ways, and everything I deemed wrong about society. The perfect case to solve and fix. Now, I know you didn't have an easy childhood. You know, drugs, divorce, abuse, it all played into who you are today. But also, that doesn't excuse any of the actions or decisions you made along the way. Now, I learned in a recent philosophy class I am taking that there is this kind of theory or idea called compatibilism. It's basically the idea that, yes, your childhood can influence who you are when you grow up and when you become an adult. But we also have the chance to make our own choices and decisions because of the free will that we're all born with and that we all have. So we can break out of those stigmas, which is something that you never did. Now, at the time of our relationship, I was told by your mom that you were smart, kind, ambitious, truthful, and later I found out that was all a facade that you had everyone believing except for me. I realized you weren't very smart, you didn't have goals, you were lazy and liked to lie, whether it be a small one or a lot bigger. You went through a lot growing up, which I can acknowledge, but we all have our demons, and most people have the strength to actually face them. But you never did. Even with my help, you weren't strong enough or willing enough to do so. And you know, the weirdest thing about you is that you taught me many things. Not directly, but just by being you, I learned a lot of things. I learned that I needed someone who would support me in life, whether it be my career or my passions or any other decisions. And I learned that I needed someone who is accepting of others and loving of others, someone who makes me feel proud to be with. I also learned a lot of things indirectly because of you. Things like, I deserve so much better than you and everything you put me through. I realized that I can do so much better and I deserve better. And I realized that I shouldn't have to dread seeing you and I shouldn't have to be worried about who you're going to offend or what you're going to say or how you're going to embarrass me. And though being with you wasn't a joy, I'm happy I went through that. Because without it, I wouldn't be where I am today, and I wouldn't be as happy as I am now. Without all the mess and the fights and the tears, I wouldn't have found myself and wouldn't have found my current partner. So thanks for being so utterly awful and truly impacting my future self.